Hey, what's up? It's Dave here from the Matt and Dave Show, thanking you for listening and reminding you to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. I think you will, but you know, I'm biased.
He's Dave. I'm Matt, and this is the Matt and Dave Show.
Woo-hoo!
The last Matt and Dave Show.
The last
2017.
The last one.
The last one.
That's it. No more. I'm not doing any more.
We're not going to do any more this year.
I'm done.
After this one, we're done for the year.
Done for the year.
Because we just give up.
Reach my quota.
Yeah.
I have a quota.
Yeah.
And we're it.
What is the quota?
This.
Whatever number this is.
This is the quota.
This is it. That's a good
I don't
quota.
know. I don't know how many we've done this year. I think this is going to be 54.
We've done a lot of shows.
We did.
I can't believe we've done this many shows.
I know. So
I can't believe there are people that listen to that many shows.
yeah, well.
We'll never be able to get over that.
Yeah. So I found something today.
Okay.
That it came up in my little Facebook time hop knockoff.
All right.
It was when we released our Star Wars episode when we first saw episode 7.
Yeah. Wow, that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Do you know what episode that was?
Was it 7?
8.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That was episode 8?
Yeah, that was episode 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've been doing that
Yeah.
many. You know, really though, if we were doing one of these every week, we should be up to like what?
Yeah.
100 and plus.
Yeah.
Now, like over 110.
Yeah, we totally fell off the wagon.
Well, you know, there are some times when
look,
we got other things going on.
no, life is life.
You know,
I get it.
I mean, when you don't get paid for this,
I do.
You know, it becomes a low priority.
I get it, man. I
know.
do it. I'm here. I'm here in the trench with you.
You are.
I'm in it.
We're not actually in a trench.
I'm not. No.
So we'll do a 2017 like wrap up or review or whatever. But we
Yeah.
got some other things to talk about.
We do.
We got a Hollywood Shitbag in America update.
We do.
But what I want to talk about first is the movie we saw last night.
Oh yes.
Rarely do we I feel like we need to do more of these where we can talk about the movies that are out, you know.
Yeah, topical.
There are plenty of people that review movies, but
Right.
I feel like we don't really review it. We just talk about them like we're talking to friends about what we thought of movies.
Sure.
So hopefully people like it. And I love it because usually you and I kind of see eye to eye on movies. We
For
have
the
different
most
things we
part.
like. Yeah. But this one, we're split right down the middle.
We are very much down the middle on this.
So last night we go see The Greatest Showman.
Yes.
Starring Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron
Yes.
and Zendaya and Michelle Williams, which was a surprise.
Yeah, a little odd.
It was a little odd.
A little odd to see her in that.
But, you know, truth be told, so I found, I don't know, I think the marketing for the movie wasn't really all that solid because it had been out, it's been out since like the 20th. And I had no idea. I knew it was coming, but I wasn't really sure of the date. It might have just because everything was so consumed by Star Wars.
Yeah.
But, you know, I saw the trailer and it looked okay, but I wasn't in a hurry to go out and see it. But then after the movie came out, they started like hyping up their marketing a little bit. And they did like a behind the scenes kind of, you know, hey, here's how we made the movie. It was the director and Hugh Jackman, and they were talking about how they had to get together to kind of pitch the movie to the studio to get the movie greenlit.
Yes.
And I guess they had this workshop set aside for the producers in the studio and everybody so they could kind of read through the script and sing through it, which is not uncommon for, you know, I mean, you do sing throughs and read throughs for potential investors all the time. But this one was different because I guess Hugh Jackman had a skin cancer removed from his nose.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, before, like, I don't know, like right before this date. And it took him so long to get everybody in the same room to do this. And then Hugh Jackman couldn't sing because of this skin cancer. He had like 80 some stitches in his nose. Is that what he said?
Yeah. It was like a lot of.
It was a lot of
fucking
stitches. So obviously he couldn't sing because, you know, requires your nasal passages to sing and everything. But in this video it's one of the final songs of the movie called From Now On.
Okay.
And I don't want to spoil the movie in any way, but they've gone through the movie. It's the typical like, oh, we've gone through the hard times and now we're gonna band back together and rise above, and it's a very uplifting song.
Yeah, this movie does not like you're
All right, we'll get to that.
Okay,
I'm sorry. We'll get to that. But I guess so they had somebody singing Hugh Jackman's parts. But this song, like, he got to it and he's acting it out, and the guy who's singing for him is singing the song, and you could see he's acting. And I guess that's what he did throughout the entire thing. He acted out the songs while they were being sung, so just to kind of give everybody a feel, right? But he got so carried away in this song that he started singing himself. And I think it's a great song live.
Yes,
it's a piano and the guitar, and and the whole cast sings it, and it kind of has this like gospel thing to it. Yeah. And he gets into it, so the rest of the cast gets into it, and they're up on chairs and tables, and they're singing. And the woman who eventually goes on to play the bearded lady, I looked up her name and I forgot what it was all of a sudden. So she's into it, and everybody's just it's fantastic. So I saw this video and I was like, you know what? I'm in. I'll go see this movie now. So
just that video.
Well, I mean, from what I saw of it too, it looked a movie musical, and I like Hugh Jackman. He's great.
Keela Settle.
That's the woman who plays the bearded lady. We'll talk more about her later because that's one of the things we did agree on. No, but I saw some of the trailers and things, and it looked interesting, but not interesting enough to get me to go. And I don't know, I'm just carried away, and I like people who are passionate about what they're doing, and this is obviously a passion project, and everybody involved seemed to love it. So I said, all right, I'll go see it. And I dragged Dave along.
You did,
and we dragged other people with us.
You did. That's true.
Some not kicking and screaming, others kicking and screaming.
Right.
And I actually enjoyed the movie. I had heard a lot of bad things about it before we went in. I guess the Hollywood Reporter panned it. They put it down, and a lot of people were saying, well, it's good, but it's not great, and the music is good. A lot of people were comparing it to Moulin Rouge. So that helped me, because I hated Moulin Rouge when I saw it in the theaters.
Well, okay.
I actually
never saw it in the theaters.
You didn't?
No, I only saw it on video.
Yeah, I hated it, but then I was dating somebody at the time who loved the movie, so we watched it over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
and over
that makes sense.
And it just kind of like, oh, well, okay, now I like it. And now I'm a huge fan of Moulin Rouge. So I was hopeful going in, and I actually I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It was exactly what I expected it to be. Not a great story, nothing spectacular, but a good time. I thought the music was good. I didn't expect all the music to be so poppy.
Yeah.
But the first song comes on, and I immediately go, oh, Dave's not going to like this at all.
Oh, yeah.
And they get two songs in, and the second song is another one of those, like, I'm a dreamer, hopeful, we're going to fall in love songs. And this isn't a spoiler. They're dancing together on the roof, and like her movements kind of match the movements of all the sheets, which I thought was cool.
That's cool. Very visually cool.
I thought, like, visually, this is going to be kind of cool, and I think that will probably win Dave over. And just as it kept going along, I was like, God, I don't know. I think we lost him right at the beginning. I don't know. Like, Hugh Jackman's charming, and I think he likes Hugh Jackman, and I know how he feels about Zac Efron, and Zendaya is really good in this, and shockingly good. And I could see Dave going either way. As soon as the movie's over, the audience like applauds.
Oh, they applaud. So hard.
And I was like, I even looked around. I was like, are we in a theater or are we in the movies? I mean, it was cool. It's great.
It's
great when a movie does that to somebody. But you get up. You get up and you just look around at everybody applauding. Like, really?
Yes.
You had this look on your face like, you all are fucking morons.
I did.
And I want to roll my eyes so hard at all of you.
I did. I'm the worst human being.
And I couldn't tell.
Shitty human being.
But it's funny because the person sitting next to me, she goes, is that face for the movie, or is he making that face at everybody applauding? And I looked and I said, I don't know. Probably both.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was more for the people applauding. So, I mean, it really, that movie elicited a very visceral reaction out of me. Like, normally, like, there's some things that I just don't like. Like, I don't like things, and that's fine. And I realize that my tastes are not everybody's tastes and shit like that. I try and remain, pretty neutral internally about, like, how I feel versus how I think other people should feel.
Sure.
My God, there was just something about that movie that triggered me so far. I'm like, what are you people doing? Stop applauding. Stop.
I'm judging you. I'm judging you with my eyes.
You did get up and judge everybody.
I like almost shot out of my seat when I heard the applause. I just wanted to grab people's hands and go, no, 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 no.
It wasn't
not
that bad.
No, and here's the thing. It wasn't.
No,
it really wasn't that bad. But there really was something like I didn't enjoy. There's a lot of things that I didn't enjoy about that movie. Mainly, and I do love Hugh Jackman. I really do. I think he's a wonderfully talented human being, grossly talented. He's a good singer. He's a great dancer. Yeah. Like, he plays a great range of characters. Man, I love it. I do it.
He does. He does a good job of playing characters. Like, he never really... I didn't go into this movie and go, oh, it's Wolverine.
Right.
And I rarely do that when I see him outside of the Wolverine movies.
He is not Wolverine unless he's playing Wolverine.
Right.
And I respect that. Yeah. I respect the absolute hell out of that. I could have given a shit less about P.T. Barnum's story.
Which is what this movie is about.
Which is what this movie is about.
Which has been told before. Yeah. In the musical Barnum.
Right. I've never even seen Barnum.
Oh, okay.
I didn't care. He wasn't a captivating enough character. The only time where I really liked him was when, and this might be mildly spoiler. I mean, you're going to see this coming a mile away, but just in case, maybe a little spoilery, is when he himself kind of became the villain. Like, when he was kind of being a little shitbaggy towards people.
Sure.
That's what I was, like, a little more interested.
Yeah, because you're interested in the shitbags.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, well, I know, but I mean, I just found it to be a much more interesting part of the character. Because as a protagonist, I just didn't care.
Right.
Like, I really didn't check into the movie. I mean, outside of some really nice visuals. There's some really good visuals. Until he started recruiting the freaks for the freak show. And then I was like, yes. And I'm like, yes, this is interesting. These are, like, to me, like, I started watching the movie and they were the protagonists of the movie.
Right.
Like, that was great.
Right.
And there's a point where, like, they get shut down and then they have their own song. Yeah. And my God, that is a fucking rafter burner of a song.
Yeah.
That song.
That's a good one.
Smokes.
It's a good one.
I was so into it at that point. I mean, I was fully committed. I was like, yes, 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 you sing it, bearded lady. You sing that shit.
So that's actually what I wanted to talk about too. Now that have you shit on the movie enough?
No, I got a little more.
All right, well we'll keep going. But now that you bring her up, and her name is again, it's keep going back up. It's
Keela Settle.
Keela Settle. And she plays the bearded lady. Yep. She does a very fantastic job. Yeah. She has got an amazing voice.
Dude, that girl has some pipes.
Yeah, and she can act too.
Yes. No. Oh God, yeah. I fully honestly, I viewed this as her movie. If I view it as her movie, I like it.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
Yeah, I really, really do.
I think that it would be hard to tell this story from their perspective. It would be a different story.
I agree.
You'd have to change it up a lot, and maybe get more into their background. Well, actually, that probably is a more interesting movie.
I agree.
Yeah,
I would love
because
to.
we already know. And listen, this movie is not historically accurate.
Oh no,
I do not know all of the ins and outs of P.T. Barnum's story, but I do know that it wasn't as rosy as this.
Yeah, nothing in that time period was as rosy as this.
Yeah. But that would be an interesting movie. Yeah. I would love to see that. The name of the song that you were talking about is called it's called This Is Me.
This Is Me. Yes.
This Is Me. So,
oh my God,
Keela Settle. She's actually a Broadway star.
Yes, she is.
She's done the typical Broadway things, 8 shows a week.
Yeah.
She's
a
week after
monster.
Week. She's great. Apparently, so she was one of the people who were a part of this workshop that they did where they sang through the music and read the script and all that. And at this point, the part wasn't cast.
Nope.
But she got up and sang this song, and she had tears in her eyes and just really just gave it her all. And I think there is actually a video of this online somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
Which you should find and check it out. I haven't actually watched it myself yet. But apparently, so they're singing that song, and she did such a great job. She moved the entire room that one of the producers of the movie got up, or the studio head, I think it was the studio head,
right,
and said, "Congratulations, you just booked your first Hollywood film."
Yeah.
And so that's how good she sang that song, and that carried over to her performance. In this movie,
yes,
because it was phenomenal.
It really, really was.
Yeah,
like, through and through.
Absolutely,
hands down, my favorite of all of it is just.
You know what I liked about that song too is that I loved all of the quote unquote freaks.
Yes,
that they put in the movie. They weren't actually freaks, like they were
right, but by whatever time period, like the 1800 standards of freaks,
you had
he's really tall,
right? And this is the Irish giant and the dog boy, and the bearded lady, and the Tom Thumb, all those those sideshow freaks, quote unquote freaks that became popular around that time. P.T. Barnum was responsible for starting all that. But what I loved about that song is that it like went so much deeper. It like each one of them had their own kind of thing going on. And there was a moment in the song where Zendaya looks over at Zac Efron when she's singing about like, because there's kind of like there's a subplot in the movie where Zendaya and Zac Efron are falling in love, but they can't fall in love because she's black and he's white.
Right.
I liked that. I
liked it a lot. She did subplot. Really, honestly, like
I tell you, man. She fits into the Zac Efron mold for me too.
Agreed.
Because Zac Efron, Disney
child star,
musical, Zendaya. I think Disney. She did the what was it called? Shake It Up or whatever the Disney show was.
Yeah.
All like the Disney, the Disney factory kids.
Yep.
But goddamn, she's good.
She really is. So I was reading through the trivia on this movie because I knew we were going to talk about it, and she evidently did her own trapeze work.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Which is a great one to kind of throw out, in the middle of that, like, oh, damn, girl. Damn.
Yeah, and they did some amazing trapeze stuff.
Yeah, and there's some, like, really good, like, quiet, emotional scenes as well. Like, some very personal, up-close stuff. Yeah. I was really impressed with her. Like, I really liked her in Spider-Man Homecoming.
I do, too. Yeah.
I thought that was a fun take on the character and everything like that. And it's drastically different than what she did is this. And I like it.
Equally as strong, if not stronger.
Yeah.
Oh, she can sing.
She can sing.
And dance.
Yep, very much.
The dancing in this movie, too, was fantastic.
I really enjoyed the dancing in this movie.
I did, too.
There's some really good dancers and some really good choreography.
I tell you,
I will say that.
If you could take P.T. Barnum out of it and try to maybe expand or maybe even make it about him, or have him be like the main character, but have the story be more about the cast of characters around him.
Yes.
You could totally turn this into a stage musical.
I would agree. And that was another thing that I was talking about after. Like, I didn't like the music. Or I didn't like a lot of the music.
Because it was very poppy.
It's very poppy and very contemporary, which is... But it was also very produced. Like...
Especially
very
Michelle
heavily, very heavily produced. Because before we went and saw it, I watched a little thing on it where they did like a street performance of one of the numbers, like a big like flash mobby street performance, and I like it wasn't great, but I dug it way more in that format. Like I think if this was done live, I would have a different opinion of it.
I was thinking about that too, because what got me to want to see the movie was that performance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was thinking about this before we went. And I was like, man, I don't know how they're gonna be able to carry, because the energy, the spirit, the excitement, the way that they all came together and just they felt it. You can't capture that on film.
No,
you really, 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 really can't. And for a couple of the songs, because all of the songs are big, like show-stopping, ensemble dancing, everything's gonna be awesome songs. And they did okay, and I was, toe tapping and into it. But that song specifically, from now on, I was a little kind of disappointed by, because it was heavily produced. Because I had heard it live first, heavily produced, and I thought they missed an opportunity there at the end, because that song takes place in this bar.
Yes,
and we had already done a whole number.
It's very once in its execution, actually.
Oh yeah, a little bit, kind of. But they don't pull it off. It's not. It shouldn't be that small.
No,
I thought that it would have been a great opportunity for them to like go out into the street and sing their way back to the theater and start doing things to the theater.
I agree.
That would have been great. And then he can run off and go sing. And that was the other thing. Like, it was about him, and like he's singing to his cast of characters.
Right.
Trying to refrain from using the word freaks.
Yes.
We'll put it in singing to these guys, and then he runs off and starts, singing about his family, and it's like, that's kind of what you
Yeah. Oh God, the scene with him running and singing, like he's running at like a breakneck speed and singing.
That's what the song.
I know, but I was like, dude, that's not how that sounds.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, come on, man.
But they really missed an opportunity there.
Like he's going full Usain Bolt.
But to go back to what you're saying, I think you do lose something when it's to film. You didn't lose it out on the "This Is Me" song, the Greatest Show song. I don't think the beginning, the end finale was bad. Yeah. But I think that seeing it live would be.
I agree. I think it would be
amazing.
I think it would work way better live.
As a live stage.
Which
is true of a lot of things.
Yeah. Like the opera singer bit. Yeah. I was done. I was over that. That was terrible. I actively rolled my eyes during that.
I kind of checked out during that as well, but I did notice how they were able to make it somewhat interesting.
I guess
by going to everybody's like facial features and like you could see like the realization from his wife to him of like what he was.
I guess
they tried to take one person singing on stage and make it amazing, but she was supposed to be like the best singer in all of Europe.
Yeah,
and she wasn't.
No, and that wasn't even her singing.
That doesn't surprise me.
That was an overdub.
That does not surprise me at all.
Evidently, she sang it live when they filmed it.
No.
Yeah. Well, and she's a reasonable singer. Right. She was like, look, if you're going to bill somebody as the best singer in all of Europe, I shouldn't be the one singing this.
Right.
And I can sing.
Right. And they shouldn't have probably billed her as an opera singer.
Right, yeah.
Because she didn't come out there and sing an opera song.
No.
Did she even get that high?
Yeah,
there was nothing about it that went, oh, she's the greatest singer in Europe.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that was one of the weakest songs in it.
100%.
I felt like there was parts of this show where I'm like, oh my God, did Taylor Swift write a musical? Like, I didn't know if these were, and I really want to clarify, I felt old watching this.
Really? Why?
I just felt like I just didn't understand the music. I'm like, is this good? I don't know. I don't know if this is good music or not.
Right.
I don't like it, but I don't know if it's because I'm just an ancient man, embittered by or not even embittered, but like, I don't know if I'm just too old for this. It was a possibility because I'm like, oh my God, did Taylor Swift write this song?
I'm too old for this shit.
I didn't know because I'd heard it compared to Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, are these just songs that I don't know because I don't listen to the radio? Am I just really unplugged?
Because Moulin Rouge was covers.
Right. It was all covers.
With the exception of like one or two.
Yeah. It was mostly covers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, are these covers that I just don't know? Or are these just kind of mediocre songs?
Right.
So,
I mean, I loved all the songs except for the opera one, which wasn't an opera song.
Yeah.
And then the Michelle Williams. And again, Michelle Williams didn't really. I think she's saying it sounded like her.
Yeah.
But it was overly produced.
Super overly produced.
Right. I still really. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I wasn't going in really expecting anything other than just to have a good time.
Which is fair. Which is absolutely fair.
And I can see what you're saying about Hugh Jackman and the P.T. Barnum character in this movie. I mean, I didn't find any problems with it, but what I loved about it is just I could tell how much Hugh Jackman loved this movie and loved this part and loved singing the songs.
I agree.
And you know what? For me, that's really all that I needed.
No, I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, so there's a character in this movie.
Oh God.
Who's a critic, and he's like really, and I would say that a lack of an antagonist throughout this movie really didn't do it any favors. Like,
well,
I mean, you had but I mean, that wasn't clearly like drummed up just to make some sort of antagonistic thing. Like, we don't like these people here, grr, or your theater is stupid and you're stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was just a bunch of little ones and they really weren't all that teethy. But one of the ones was this art critic who I really, really liked and who really summed it up, I think, for me, where he was like, I don't like what you do. I wouldn't call it art, but I love that you made people happy.
I think that's how you felt about this movie.
It is. It was absolutely I really sympathize. Like, I don't
call this music.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate that you're making everybody in here clap after the music.
Yes. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I was glad that people, despite my instant contempt, upon reflection, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad people enjoy this. I'm glad that, this may get people into theater, an institution that I love. I'm glad for all of those things, but man, don't expect me to tell you that this is great, because I don't think it is. I don't think it is in the slightest.
As soon as I saw that guy come on to the screen, I knew that you were going to love him.
I do.
Because his name is Paul Sparks.
Yeah.
And
he's in like everything.
If you are a House of Cards fan, he plays the biographer
yep.
who follows them around and ends up having a
part in the show.
Not really an affair with Claire.
He's involved.
Yeah, he's involved. What's the character's name? I'm trying to look it up here now. It's always so hard. We should probably do better research so we have all this information.
It's fine. It's fine. But he's great. He's great.
Right.
He was
you were telling me that he was in The Crown too.
Yeah, he's in The Crown. He's in the season of The Crown, which is amazing.
Season 2 of The Crown.
Season 2 of The Crown.
Who does he play?
He plays Billy Graham, the Reverend Billy Graham.
That's right.
Yep.
So he came on screen. I knew immediately you were going to love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was very much you. We need to talk about Zac Efron, and I mentioned it just a few minutes ago.
I have no problem.
It really pains me that I
like
hurts
Zac
Efron.
Dude, I'll fucking go beyond like. I fucking love Zac Efron.
No, I agree. I love Zac Efron.
It's so weird to say.
I want to Ryan Seacrest hate him.
Oh,
dude. I do. Like he just
got that face.
He's got that face. Like he's just a pretty face.
Oh, I hate him.
He's got the face and the body that the girls love. And he's a Disney kid and blah, no talent. But he has a lot of talent.
Dude's good, man.
He can sing. He can act. He can dance. He can do drama. He can do comedy.
Yeah, he's funny,
He
man.
can make fun of himself.
Yeah.
Like the little part that he had in The Disaster Artist too. Like,
yes.
That was great.
It's so good.
I mean,
it's
just
so
that
good.
Part.
It's so good.
It's I think it's one of those things where he just doesn't take himself seriously.
No.
I think that's like,
and I respect that.
I do. But he has the talent to back it up.
He really does.
He doesn't get out there and try to sing and dance and try to prove that, like, sign a record deal and make millions of dollars.
Right.
He can do it.
Yeah.
And I loved the song between him and Hugh Jackman.
Yes. Oh, that's in the bar?
Yeah.
With the shots?
Yes.
Wonderful choreography in that.
Absolutely.
Wonderful choreography.
Absolutely.
I mean, they would be dead.
Yeah, that was a lot of shots.
That was a lot of shots.
Yeah.
But wonderful choreo. Like, even I was like, guys, that might be too many shots.
And if Dave says too many shots,
look,
it's way too many shots.
Look, I love you, but oh man, you are not going to dance that well.
Yeah.
At any time soon.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, dude, Zac Efron. Oh God, it hurts. It still to this day.
It does.
And I'll tell you the first time that I was like, oh my God, fucking Zac Efron. What was that movie he did? 17 again or something like that?
Uh-huh.
I watched that on a cruise because, you have like 4 movies to choose from on a cruise that they play on a loop. And 17 again was on, and I was like just exhausted and probably a little drunk. And I was like, yeah, all right. And I watched it, I'm like, fuck me, he's good.
Yeah.
Like, he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, legitimately good. Like, I love this entire performance. I can't poo-poo it.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate him. It makes me hate him even more.
I do, yeah. It's pretty sad. You just look at him and he's got oh man.
Yeah, dude.
I can't even put into words.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy that you should hate, but you can't because
You can't.
he's like the guy I want to hang out with.
Yeah.
And I don't care that he's like, 10 times better looking than I am.
No.
I don't care. I'll be the fat funny one next to him.
Damn
but
right.
that's the problem.
You wouldn't even be the fat
I would be
one.
the funny one. He would be the funny one.
You would just be the fat one.
I would just be the fat one.
I would be the fat one too.
Yeah.
We would both be fat. Yeah, these are my dumpy friends, Matt and Dave.
I would be fine with that.
Dumpy friend. I'm like, yeah, all right.
That'd be fine.
He's a cool guy. I like
yeah.
him. Yeah. Dumpy friends. They shit on things. They're wonderful. You like them.
That should be a sitcom. Dumpy Friends.
Dumpy friends.
Just
follow celebrities around and shit on everything they do. Yeah, that High School Musical 3 was a real victory lap, wasn't it, Zach?
But then he'd probably one-liner you back, and then
He would. I can. And the funny thing is, I would take it because the guy probably could sing pretty well, and I respect that.
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
Did you see Baywatch at all this year?
I didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't.
I mean, I
watch
heard it was total piece of crap, and it looked like it too.
Yeah, but yeah,
like not 21 Jump Street good. Like
right.
Really borderline dumpster fire.
Oh, really? Oh, that makes me sad. Yeah, they really tried to recreate that. Like once 21 Jump Street hit, like there was a rush.
Yep.
There was a total rush to like recreate that thing.
But you know what's funny is I think they did that. They tried that first with Dukes of Hazzard.
Agreed.
And it
Absolutely.
didn't work.
Nope. And then they tried it with Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. That I didn't mind that so much.
I didn't mind Dukes of Hazzard so much, honestly.
I fucking hated Dukes of Hazzard.
I can't say I liked it, but I didn't mind it.
Hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just min on film?
I did, yes.
Dukes of Hazzard?
I did, yes.
You min on film Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, the 90s.
Anyway, so yeah, we are split on Greatest Showman.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's definitely, we're split, but in a very like yin yang type of way. Like,
and there are things that I didn't like about it.
yeah.
And there are things that he liked about it.
Like really liked.
Yeah.
Like passionately liked about it.
But overall, I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I would suggest it for people who might want to just have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Form your own opinions on it, obviously.
Yeah.
Don't take my shitty cynical word for it. But I mean, I'm right.
Well, I mean, your arguments are valid.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, no.
But I just didn't care.
It's right, and it's a perspective thing.
Yeah,
it
that's true.
totally is
Absolutely.
a absolute perspective thing.
Absolutely.
Like I have these ideas of what I think it should sound like because of my
you're a
experiences and whatever has led me to this point. Like, and that didn't meet those ideas. It doesn't make it good or bad. It just
That's true.
I have an idea of what I wanted, and there it is.
You had an expectation. See, expectations are really the downfall of any movie fan. Don't have your expectations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're genre-based expectations. It wasn't like because I hadn't even really paid that much attention. I didn't know this movie was a musical until like a week ago.
Was when I told you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. See, I don't think they did a very good job.
Yeah, the
marketing
trailer.
film.
It was like when Sweeney Todd came out, which was another shit show in my book.
It's because you're such a huge fan of the
Yeah,
original.
yeah. When Sweeney Todd came out, there was a lot of people that were pissed because no one told them it was a musical. Like
Right.
they expected going to see this like bloody Tim Burton vengeance movie, and they sing every 10 minutes.
I tell you, I'm so disappointed in all the movies that were released this past like week.
Really?
Like, why would you really? Because there's some good ones, and I was looking at it the other day. There's a lot of movies out right now that I'd like to see.
Yep.
The Shape of Water is one.
Yes.
Wonder is another one that's been out for
Yeah.
a couple of weeks. I mean, we got to see Jumanji 2 weeks
We
before.
did,
We got
we
to see
did.
before Star Wars opened. So,
Yep.
But that had come out. We didn't get a chance to see that.
Yep.
Jumanji's out, which was a fantastic film.
Agreed.
Well, fantastic movie.
It was. It really was.
I hesitate to call it a film.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there's a ton of movies out that just came out.
Yeah.
And you lost it because of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, did you really need to put your movie out the same weekend or like 3 days before? So your movie came out Wednesday and Star Wars came out Friday. I got a newsflash for you. Star Wars showings were Thursday at 7.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be paying attention to your movie that came out on Wednesday.
Yeah. No.
Nobody.
Yeah, I was surprised that they put out, like, maybe some of the smaller indie films. I'm not surprised that they put that out.
The Greatest Showman came out the Wednesday before.
Right,
Star
but that's
Wars.
one, like, that one surprised me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're going to put up against Star Wars? Like,
I would have put that one out in November.
yeah.
That would have been a good one for like around right after Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Or on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because there weren't any, from what I remember, there weren't any movies to go out and see on Thanksgiving Day. Or the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
No, I don't think there were.
That would have been a good one.
I think that would have been very good.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Probably could have done a better marketing push.
Yeah. You
All
could
right,
have
that's
marketed that better.
I think you could have marketed it better. As well.
No, stop.
Yes.
You're going to make me blush.
Do you want to give the Hollywood Shitbag in America update?
Oh,
because
yeah.
you sent it to me.
I did send it to you. Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
Hollywood Shitbags in America. You have to like that.
I do.
You do have to like that. Hold on. Let me find it. So, I troll the nets. I go through interwebs in search of stuffus to talk about, because we were going to talk about Bright, but I didn't get a chance to watch Bright. But so Max Landis, who is the famed son of John Landis, was a screenwriter.
Who is who?
John Landis, Thriller. Oh God, what else did he do? Animal House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a legendary director.
80s comedies.
80s comedies. Trading Places, Coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
John Landis.
Yep.
So he's the guy that wrote Bright. And evidently, he was
Max, not John.
Yes, Max, not John Landis. Max Landis, has been accused of some questionable shit. Yeah, like sexual assault. Anyways, shitbaggy shit.
By multiple women.
By multiple women on Twitter, which is not great.
You know what I find interesting though about this one, and I've just gotta put it out there.
Just put it out there.
All of this hit at the same time Bright came out, and people were talking about Bright.
Well, I think that's probably why.
But why wait until Bright came out? Why wait until? Because this is obviously, I mean, this is Netflix. For people who don't know, Bright is Netflix's first like big budget blockbuster film that they produced themselves. They spent what, $200 million? I don't remember. I don't know. It's millions and millions of dollars to make this movie. It should be like a big blockbuster Hollywood theatrical release movie, but they did it themselves with Will Smith and Joel Edgerton. Edgerton?
Yep.
Edgerton or Edgerton?
I think it's Edgerton.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Young Owen Lars.
Yes. Yeah, that is him.
Yeah,
I
it's
always
him.
forget that.
Yeah.
Always forget that.
It's because you try to block the prequels out.
I do.
But it's about L.A. cops and like the magical, mythical world intertwined with our world.
It's very Shadowrun.
Yeah. Ish.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
It was like,
Which seems to be the consensus.
Yeah,
Like
well,
some people
David-
either like it or hate it.
yeah. David Ayer, the director of Suicide Squad, he directed this. I was just kind of meh. It was all right.
Huh.
I think that they tried to do a little bit too much, and they didn't really kind of put me in the world very well.
All right.
They kind of just got to it. It opened with a bunch of like graffiti on walls in LA about like how like right away you get like, okay, orcs are like the bad race. All right, so there's gonna be like a race theme throughout this where orcs are the minorities and blah blah blah.
Elves are kind of haughty and shitty.
And then there's
I'm just guessing here.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
And then there's like this bit where like this fairy gets caught, and it was really kind of silly. But they didn't spend a lot of time developing the world, or even really kind of like introducing you to the characters or creating any kind of connection with the characters.
They tried to do the John Wick thing.
Just kind of happened.
Yeah,
but it's
that didn't succeed.
You can't do that with this because it's so complicated.
Sure,
it's a brand new world. There's a lot more characters. It's not just some dude
now
killing people because his puppy died.
Now, do you think that it would be different for me because I know these tropes already? Do you think it's different for people that know the tropes? Like the fantasy-based tropes?
No,
because I could look at
I
you...
know the tropes too, but
I'm asking.
Yeah, I know the tropes too. I didn't understand why we were discriminating against the orcs. Or I don't understand how the elves are such hot shit. Like I didn't understand how it all kind of came together.
Right.
I was more curious about the world itself and less about the characters and what was happening.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But
I'll watch it. I'll let you know.
to go, to get back to the Hollywood shitbag.
Yeah.
I find it kind of convenient that it's always when these things blow up that they get accused of things.
Well, so did you read the article?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. So it goes back, and he's evidently been like, and people have been starting to find things where people have alluded to accusing him before.
And I'm not saying that I don't believe any of this.
No, and I understand.
I do.
Yeah. But they've alluded to accusing him before, but since he's John Landis's son, they've kind of pulled it back a hair. Like, like sometimes you're da-da-da, and sometimes it's a famous director's son, so you don't say anything. Like, like publicly saying it, but always withholding that name. And now people are kind of like repiecing the puzzles back together. Like, oh, talking about what a shitbag Max Landis is. And it sucks. It sucks because it's terrible, really. Honestly, I was going to say something else, but there's nothing to say because it sucks because it's terrible.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's it. That was the latest one. But I'd seen some of his stuff before, and I really liked his work. And, fuck him. Really.
Did you hear about the petition to get Matt Damon thrown off of Ocean's 8?
No.
Because of his comments.
I saw the comments.
You know the comments, right?
Yeah.
So he basically said that he would have to, like, judge working with accused sexual abusers based, like, on a case-by-case basis. And because of that, people are outraged. And his character of Linus from the Ocean's 11 films is supposed to have, like, a a cameo or a role or a bit role in Ocean's 8, which is, we talked about it before. It's the all-female version of Ocean's 11.
Yeah. That's
coming out, I think, summer? Is it next summer? It's next year. It's 2018.
Upcoming.
Or tomorrow, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, now there's like this petition going around that they want his character kind of cut out of the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
what do you think of that?
I think Matt Damon should learn to internalize things. That's really what I think. I love Matt Damon, and there's sometimes where I agree with Matt Damon, there's sometimes where I disagree with Matt Damon. Mm-hmm. And there's sometimes where I think Matt Damon should learn to just not speak.
I think that's true of a lot of us, though.
Yes.
It's hard, man, because, listen, those guys, they get interviewed everywhere. And I
agree.
And now with social media, and we've seen this, I was wanting to talk about the social media impact on The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I mean, with social media and with media in general, like it's everywhere. You say something now, and if you're in the public eye or it's on that hot button issue, it goes out everywhere. Yeah. And everybody's writing like a headline about it, and nobody's reading the actual article, and there's a lot of that going on. So I completely forget what my point was.
I'm really curious.
I don't know. I completely forgot what my point was. You were giving me that side eye look.
Oh, because you said nobody reads the article, and I just asked you if you'd read the article.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
That was my side eye. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, motherfucker, did you just say that? I don't. I mean,
but it's hard. It's gotta be. It's gotta be hard. I don't think that he meant any harm by it.
I don't think he did either.
I don't think that he meant to say that all people accused of sexual abuse and sexual molestation are decent people, and they need we need to look at each individual case to determine how. Yes. I don't think that's what he meant.
Or you don't know, and that's the thing with a lot of. As a guy who spends a lot of time in social media, mm-hmm. like social media is like pasta. People will take it and they will put whatever they want on it. Like they will take whatever statement and they can make it suit their narrative. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's a very middle statement. Like there's part of you that wants to agree with it. There's part of you that wants to say, yes, people deserve to be judged on a case-by-case basis and not lumped into some sort of like, everybody's bad. That's a terrible way of thinking. And the other part of you is like, dude, this is terrible. Of course you don't want to deal with any of these people. They're terrible. I mean, we call them shitbags actively. Right. Like, I don't want to be associated with any shitbag, and nor should anybody else. And I firmly, apply my superstar power to telling you that, no, don't work with shitbags because shitbags are bad. They're both reasonable statements mm-hmm. to two very different groups of people.
Right.
So you're going to take one and say, oh, I can't believe he would say that. Shitbags are bad. And you want to take other people would take it and go, man, I'm glad that he's, not swept up in the fucking mob furor of, pitchforks and torches and just burning these people at the stake without any real, like, due process whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Like they're both right and they're both wrong. And it's just going to be applied regardless.
Yeah.
Which is why I think you should just shut the fuck up.
It's true.
Or at least see how it fractures out.
Yeah.
See how when you put the drop in the water, at least try and imagine where the waves go before you put the drop in the water. And I know that's not easy. Mm-hmm. I understand that. And you want, he's a notorious like fight for the underdog type of cat. He's got that reputation. He's a bleeding heart liberal-ish type of dude. So, he wants to like, and I want to do good. And sometimes when you do good, you piss a bunch of people off.
It's true.
That's, for good or bad, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I understand it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
I think if I was a Hollywood celeb right now, I would just take the Bill Belichick approach to interviews.
Put up your hood and say nothing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or just repeat.
Pass.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about all of the accusers in Hollywood? I have a movie coming out. It's opening this weekend.
Yeah. How do I feel about all
working with the director was great.
Working with the director was
my next movie will be out sometime next year.
Yeah.
That would be my approach.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That would just be, or I would write it all out
Yeah.
You know, that way I can read back through it a couple times, send it off to you. What do you think, man? Should I?
Nope.
Should I say
Nope.
this in the response to this question?
Nope. 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 Nope.
It's always good to have.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, you can't edit yourself when you're having a conversation.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's tough, and it's weird because I'm even doing the thing while I'm trying to talk about it. Mm-hmm. Like if you could see my face, you see me going, "Oh God, do I say that? Should I say that? What?" Like I'm trying to think of all the consequences of the thing I'm saying because that's a fine line to walk.
Yep.
Like having an opinion on that, and you have to walk it. I mean,
it is really, really hard to get on here and talk about this and not say something that's going to piss.
Right. And I'm sure I
off.
have said something that would piss somebody off.
Sure.
I'm sure of it.
Oh,
At some point, I'm sure. And
We've done over 50 shows. I'm sure there's something that we've said.
I've said something that's good to piss somebody off. But I don't want it to be, that's not me. And that's the other thing. I think that's the reason why I sympathize with that. If I've said something that pisses you off on this show, but you know me and it's not my character. Mm-hmm. It's not me as a person. It's a thing that I may have said that was stupid and dumb and maybe misguided.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. No? You're making a face.
Well, the face is, if anybody on the show would say something stupid and misguided and dumb, it would be me. And not
you think so?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think I say some pretty questionable shit.
I don't know. I think that I think that you have gotten to a point where you can, the shit that you say you can own. You're pretty good about self-editorializing.
I'm okay. I'm getting better as I get older. I'm getting way better.
But you're right. It is hard to sit here and talk about it and go, should I say this?
Yeah.
Maybe
it
not.
Is what it is.
If I say this, I don't really mean any harm. I'm not defending this person. That's the other thing. Like I don't. Whenever we talk about this, and I bring up kind of like a devil's advocate side of it,
Sure.
I am not defending anybody who's been accused or saying that anybody who is an accuser is lying.
Right.
There was one instance, and that was with the George Takei.
Yeah.
That was the only instance where I was like, no, I don't believe this guy. Yeah. That was the only one.
Yeah, and it's fair though, and it's fair. It's an absolutely fair thing. Even in a weighted system, it's a fair thing.
Yeah.
I don't. You don't have to like it. I don't, but it's still a fair thing.
True. All right, let's wrap this up by by talking about 2017.
Talk about it.
And
speak on it.
Let's just listen. I want to we want to talk about the top 10 movies, our top 10 movies of 2017. But I want to put a little asterisk on it because Matt and Dave can't see every single movie released in one year.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we're still getting caught up from the movies from the previous year.
Yeah, it's true.
And some movies we know look so horrible that we're not going to go see. Yeah. I'm not going to mention any titles. But if you listen to the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
The funny thing is, so I was going through a list of movies from 2017 in preparation for this. And there's a lot of movies that I think that I would honestly comfortably say that I just haven't seen. Like, I could put them on my list having not seen them.
True. I stayed away from that, though.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. But, and you'll see some glaring omissions on things you would think would be on a list of best movies to see in 2017, and it's just because I haven't seen them yet that I can't put them on there. But otherwise, like I'm pretty comfortable in putting like Dunkirk on that list, even though I haven't seen it yet. And
you know what, we can do that too if you want to. If we get through this, we have time.
All right, we'll do that.
We'll do 2 or 3 movies that we didn't see that we probably should see.
Yeah.
And Godfather will forever be on that list.
Oh, it's coming to Netflix.
Until we is it really?
It's coming to Netflix.
Dude, you have it sitting right there.
No, it's coming to Netflix.
We
it makes
can
it
watch
better.
It right now.
Right? We can literally watch it right now.
Oh man!
All right.
This is in no particular order, by the way. This is just kind of like if we threw movies into a bowl and said, "Here, these are the movies that you should see."
Yes.
In no particular order. My first one for 2017 is one of the ones that came out earlier. I try to mix it up too, like not all comic book movies, whatever. Yeah. But I had to go with the Lego Batman movie.
You know what? I actually debated about putting that on my list.
Yes,
I did.
The Lego movie, the original Lego movie is a fantastic movie.
Agreed.
But this one is great, and not only is it great, but it's like a good Batman movie.
It's a really good Batman movie. It really is a good
Batman movie. They took a lot of creative license with a lot of different things.
Sure.
But I was so much fun, and it kind of like fell into the. I don't know. It fit into the Batman catalog of films, but while also poking fun at it.
Yeah, about the entire Batman catalog of films.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think that it was fantastic. I love that. Will Arnett does with the Lego Batman character.
Agreed.
And I loved Michael Cera as Robin.
Yes,
that was funny as
no, dude,
hell.
it was damn good.
But then you had Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill as Superman and Green Lantern, respectively. Yep. So that was I think that came out in February of 2017. And
okay,
I saw it in the movie theater twice because it was so good.
Oh wow, really?
And that was one of the few that I buy a few on Blu-ray every year because most of them you see on Netflix and streaming. But that was one of the ones that I bought, and I've since watched 2 or 3 times. And when I say watch, it'd be put on in the background.
No, I get it. One of mine, and there's going to be a lot of comic book movies on this one,
probably,
just because it's what I've seen.
Yep.
And that's the thing. That's the thing I really want to clear. It's not like I find these movies to be superior to movies I don't mention. It's just what I happen to have seen this year, in theaters.
Agreed.
Wonder Woman. That's
on mine.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely, Wonder Woman. It's just a fucking good movie, man. It's just good.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really
Tell us a little bit more. Get a little bit more in depth there, Dave.
No.
Is it good?
Oh no. It's great.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those movies where you're watching it and you're like, my God, this is nothing like any of its compatriots in that realm. Easy. It's really such a good fucking movie, man. I can't say anything else about it. It's got great structure. It makes me really it follows a wonderful character arc. I give a shit about the characters. I find them to be empowering and vulnerable and, exploring a world they hadn't seen before and taking it all in. And the fact that they set it in World War I just makes me so happy because nothing's set in World War I.
Yep.
And it's a very underused, setting as well.
Well, and really the original kind of comic takes place during World War II.
World War II, right, yeah. So that they said it, that's an interesting choice as well. Just a lot of good, interesting, cool choices. And that I enjoy. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Yeah, I like that too. It was just one of those where you just really felt wow, this is a really great movie. This is a story that really hasn't been told and needed to be told, and a feeling that people I'm not a woman. I've never been represented. I've never not been represented on film. Right, yeah. And I could even see why women would really appreciate this film.
Yeah, no, agreed, absolutely agreed. So yeah, Wonder Woman, definitely Wonder Woman,
absolutely. For me, my next one is It.
Oh, I didn't get to see it.
You didn't see it yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, shit. So I am debating whether I'm going to buy it when it comes out. I think next week. If I buy it, I'll bring it over.
Okay.
And you need to watch it.
Okay.
Because it's fantastic.
Okay.
I can't believe you didn't see it.
I just hadn't gotten around to it yet.
You didn't see that with me?
No.
Who the hell did I see it with?
Who did I see it with?
I think I took Jordan. Oh, you know what I did? I took Jordan to it.
Word.
I took Jordan to see it. And I remember him laughing his butt off at everything Richie said.
Oh yeah,
he was like, oh my God, that kid's so funny.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, no, it's really, really, really good. Lot of changes from the book, a lot of changes from the original miniseries.
Sure.
But the kids were all great. It's one of my one of the better horror films I've seen done recently. Somebody who really understood the source material. So if you're a Stephen King fan, a fan of the book, a fan of horror films, you're gonna love it. You should have seen it, and you should love it, and you should be hopeful for the future installment, Chapter 2, or whatever they're gonna call it.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
My next one.
Yeah.
Logan Lucky.
I have that sitting on my entertainment center at home. I have not watched it yet.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's that Steven Soderbergh, fun Ocean's 11-ish heist type of movie. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's just great. Mm-hmm. It really is. It's a fun. Damn it, what's his name? Driver. Adam Driver. Adam Driver in that movie is fucking perfect. It really. You want to talk about people that just aren't the same people that they play all the time? Like, that dude could be Kylo Ren in every other movie, and people would still cast him in every other movie. And he's not. He plays this, like, overly superstitious redneck brother who's with one arm, who's just fantastic. Just fantastic in it. Absolutely fantastic. You want to see British people doing, like, great Southern accents? Watch this movie. It's really good.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
He has a Southern accent?
Oh, yeah. He's super redneck in this. He's like a meth redneck in this.
Wow.
It's so much fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's overdue at the library. So
Yeah.
I think I already owe
Might
like
as
$1
well,
on it.
yeah.
So, you know what's funny? Every time I have a late fee, which is a lot, I pay them. They always say, "Thank you for supporting your local library." I'm like, I don't really have a choice here. If I don't pay you guys, you won't let me check out these other free movies. So,
No, that's true.
What choice do I have? But you're welcome. I'm happy to support you.
But you're welcome.
If it helps, I talk about you all the time on my my podcast that 4 people out of state listen to.
That's true.
I mean, I guess that helps the public library system.
It does. And as a concept, you're really supporting.
I wish they had money to sponsor us. That would be great.
Oh, dude, that would be amazing.
Right?
We should get some sponsors in the new year.
The Matt and Dave Show, sponsored by your
local
public library.
Your local public
It
library.
would be like PBS.
Oh, my gosh.
The Matt and Dave Show share sponsors with Sesame Street.
No, it would be a... Oh, hold on. I got this. I can do this. Because it has it's like, sponsored by your local public library.
Bum, bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum.
Your local public library.
Now I want Trolley to come by and take me to Land of Make Believe.
Oh, dude.
So the next one on my list, the third one on my list is Get Out.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen Get Out?
No, I know. Otherwise, I could guarantee that would have been one that I would guarantee that would make my list.
I thought you did see it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
How did you not see it?
I've only seen fucking comic book movies this year. Oh my god.
Okay, Get Out is a fantastic film. It takes the thriller horror, a new way to tell a thriller horror story. I wouldn't even categorize it as a horror. The social commentary on it is amazing. The acting is amazing. The actors in it are just surprising. And the fact that it was directed by Jordan Peele of Key and Peele.
Who's getting the Twilight Zone now.
He is getting the Twilight Zone.
Which I think is amazing.
As he should, because this was actually, this could have been an episode of the Twilight
Zone. Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's that creepy thing that makes you feel ooh. Ew. So Get Out is number 3 on my list.
Damn. That was good.
We're running out of time.
Yeah. We're not running out of time. We got plenty of time.
Do we?
And we got 135 minutes. That's not true.
That's not even close.
Yeah, that's not even true. What number are we on? We're on 3?
I started, right? So I did 3.
Yeah, we're on 3. I'm gonna say it. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Really?
I fucking love that movie, man.
Really?
This is one of my favorites.
That's in your top 10.
Oh, you're damn right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's in my top 5?
Sure, yeah.
It's fun, man. It's really fun.
Yeah, it really was.
I have not had that much fun in a movie in years.
Yeah.
Years.
It's true. From beginning to end, it was just super fun.
It's just so much fun.
I keep telling people, if you go see it for no other reason, just see Jack Black
play
the teenage girl.
I will watch it again. I don't care. Yeah. It's so much fun.
That's another one that I'll probably end up buying.
But yeah.
Over and over.
Yes, absolutely. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Absolutely.
So much damn fun.
Yeah, it is. And it's out now. So you should
out now at your local video store.
Next up for me is going to be War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, was that good?
That was so damn good. And
they've been crushing that series.
They have been crushing that series, and it was a great. So I don't want to it can obviously go on.
Yes,
but it was a nice kind of if you put movies in a trilogy.
Yes,
it was a great way to kind of go from where they started and then kind of see what's going where it could this kind of arc ends, but it still has to continue.
Are you a big were you a big fan of the Planet of the Apes movies, the original ones?
I was. I would say big fan. But I was pretty decently sized. fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the first one. I love the original.
Yeah.
And then
The prequels were where it really got good, though. When they
prequels.
Yeah, because as the movies advanced.
Well, yes, yeah. Well, it wasn't a really
like
prequel.
4 was great.
Well, it wasn't a prequel though.
No.
Like,
but I'm saying in the original series,
right?
But they go back.
They go back in time.
Yeah,
right,
but it still functions like it shows how the apes came to power and stuff like that.
Right.
And that was my favorite. I would say that was my favorite one. I think it was 4 that did that.
That would have been Battle 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
It's really weird how it starts. And so this new series is great because it's showing you like how they're going to get to the like what you remember, what you know about. And this one gets a lot more involved in like really what's going on with the rest of the world now that the simian flu has hit and wiped out a lot of people.
Oh, really?
And it touches on, and I don't think this is a spoiler, it touches on like the non-speaking humans and how they come to be. Which is one of the biggest questions I had about the original series.
Oh, interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's very, very good.
All right. I'll watch that. Damn, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That's absolutely a good one. What was another one that I really like? Oh, Logan.
Yeah.
Logan was fucking...
I wouldn't even categorize that as a comic book movie.
It was that good.
I mean, it was like a old Western.
Yeah. It was so much better than any X-Men movie that I had seen.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, they got it. They finally got it. It took them 32 million movies.
No.
But they finally... No, but I mean, but as a movie.
Sure, I agree. Yeah.
They got the dude, Hugh Jackman's been playing that character for a reason. Like,
absolutely.
He got it. Yeah. He absolutely got the character.
Absolutely.
But to see a movie that really, like, encapsulates... Like, I think, to me, that was, like, a true, like, X-Men comic movie.
Yeah.
Like, one of the best examples I've seen of an X-Men comic transferred to a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's really... That's how I felt about it. Mm-hmm. I thought it's great. It's uncomfortable and it's violent, and I loved it.
I accept this on the Matt and Dave top 10 list.
Yeah.
My final one.
Yo.
And I'm going to throw out my middle fingers as I do it.
Oh.
Star Wars Last Jedi.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like it.
And I don't even need to talk about it because we've talked about it.
We've talked about Star Wars Last Jedi.
We're talking about it next week too.
Yeah.
Because God, fuck the haters.
Fuck them.
But yeah, it's one of my top 3 Star Wars movies. Well.
Yep. Only just because I want to put it on the list. Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, absolutely.
It needs to be seen. It needs to be heard. It redefined Thor.
To the Disaster Artist too.
Yes.
I think that needs to be
that's fair.
Well, that's it for us for 2017.
Woo!
Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and now you can listen to us on Spotify.
Yeah. If you're listening to us on Spotify, hey, you're welcome for getting on Spotify.
What up? All right, we'll see you guys in the new year.
Make good decisions. Or not.